Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamualaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Let's begin our class with dua. Rabbi zidni ilma. O my Lord, increase me in knowledge. Today is our second day of the unit grouping in different ways. Students, can you answer the following questions? Can you define classification? Can you tell why scientists use classification? Can you compare two objects and tell their similarities and differences? You should be able to answer all these questions because we had covered these topics in our previous class. How can objects be sorted in groups? What we need to look at is their common properties. So we can see that we have these flowers and they are all the same. So we can put them in one group. And we have the butterflies, so we can put butterflies in another group. And then we have the bees, and we can put them in another group. Another way of grouping them would be to look at the characteristics and decide that some are flowers and some are insects. So we can group them separately. So all the flowers will go in one group and the insects would go in another group. Right? So there can be two ways of classifying these same objects. Right? So things and animals and other things can be classified in different ways depending on what we are looking at. What quality we are looking at. Now this is a task for you. Make a list of 10 objects. Observe each object closely. See how it is similar or different from the other objects. Group the objects with common features in a table and name the group so that the reader or the observer can see what characteristic, what common feature were you looking at. Here you have to count and classify in two different ways. Again, we can classify these children into two different ways. Now, what are the two different ways that we can use? Number one, boys and girls. So, all the boys will be in one group and all the girls will be in another group. Right? So, there will be two groups based on their gender, boys and girls. There can be another way of grouping them, children with brown hair and children with blonde hair. And we can see that there are two people with blonde hair and the rest of the children have brown hair. So they will be in the other group. So you can see that we can group the same number of people in two different ways. That is how scientists also classify different objects and animals. Now what you have to do is observe these children, find out the common features, make groups of the children and make a T-chart in your notebook. Do exercise 2, 3 and 4 in your book, pages 11 and 12. Now you can group these children also on the basis of their dressing. Now it's up to you what feature or quality you look for. The next is the project, and you have to follow the instructions given in the box and do the project yourself. That's all for today. Allah Hafiz. See you next time.